Yeet! I'm starting off like that for one reason and one reason only. Because Jey Uso just won the men's Royal Rumble match, which means he has a title shot at WrestleMania, a main event title shot at WrestleMania 41 in Vegas this year. Royal Rumble just ended. Jey Uso was just on top, yeeting all over the place, saying he gonna get them all. I'm gonna take y'all through it real quick right now. And we starting with the main event with the men's Royal Rumble, just because it just ended. I just finished watching it. Jey Uso with the win, eliminating John Cena as the final two. He took Cena out to win this Rumble. But this Rumble started and was crazy with the men's Rumble. The first elimination didn't come till the seventh entrant. That was Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker came in, eliminated a couple people right away. Then after that, Akira Tozawa was supposed to come into the Rumble. Supposed to. Got knocked out by Carmelo Hayes, who was eliminated by Braun Breaker. So Triple H is in the back needing to find a replacement to go in at the 8 spot. It's I Show Speed, the streamer from like TikTok, got into the Rumble and helped Braun Breaker eliminate Otis. I Show Speed has an elimination at the Rumble, which is crazy. But right afterwards, Breaker speared him and threw him right out of the ring onto Otis, who threw him on the announce table. I Show Speed got taken out like crazy. Jacob Fatu came in at 12. He came in, immediately got 3 or 4 eliminations, eliminated Ludwig Kaiser in 2 seconds, took out The Miz and Joe Hendry. Roman Reigns came in at 16. Reigns and Fatu had a stare down. Drew McIntyre came in at 17. McIntyre and Reigns had a stare down. We had Finn Balor return in this Rumble. He hasn't been seen in weeks. He returned in this Rumble. He eliminated Penta, who was the Iron Man of the Rumble, came in at number 2, lasted all the way to the number 20 spot, over 40 minutes in the Rumble, was the crazy Iron Man, had some good spots with Mysterio, with Santos Escobar early in the matchup, with Andrade. We also had AJ Styles return. AJ Styles is back in the Rumble. He has returned. He's back first time since October. Comes back. Braun Strowman eliminated Jacob Fatu in this Rumble. Took him out of there. So it looks like that rivalry will continue, at least until Elimination Chamber. John Cena came in with a huge pop. Lasted to the final 2. We had a moment where 3 entrants in a row. It was John Cena, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, all back to back to back. There was a stare down with CM Punk, John Cena, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. Those 4 in the ring together. That was a big stare down. And it's still crazy in my mind. It's still going on right now. Uso's still celebrating with everyone else. Going crazy. That was the men's Rumble, and the men's Rumble was the last thing that went on. It was Jey Uso with the win, going to main event WrestleMania. And that was just one thing. That was one thing. One thing that was crazy that happened. I'll even take you to the women's Rumble. This is how we kicked off the pay-per-view tonight, with the women's Rumble. And the women's Rumble was, I think, the better of the Rumbles in regards to the actual match itself. You had Io Sky and Liv Morgan starting it off. They lasted really deep in the match. Liv Morgan had over 60 minutes, and she wasn't even the Iron Man, because Roxanne Perez came in at number 3 and lasted almost 70 minutes in the Rumble. We didn't get our first elimination in the Women's Rumble till after the number 9 entrant. Then Bianca Belair came in, started eliminating people. Ivy Nile took out Lyra Valkyria. That looks like where that's going to go with the Intercontinental, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. It's going to be Ivy versus Lyra in the next couple weeks, is going to be my guess, for the Women's IC title. We also had Piper Niven eliminated Chelsea Green by accident, which I think that's going to be the WrestleMania match for the Women's US Championship. Will be Piper turning on Chelsea for WrestleMania, for a big match at WrestleMania. We had Jordynne Grace debut for WWE at 19. She slammed Piper Niven, picked her up and slammed Piper Niven. We also had the biggest return of the night. The biggest return of the night. Maybe the biggest thing to happen tonight. And we had a Royal Rumble with Jey Uso with the win. Maybe the biggest thing to happen tonight was Alexa Bliss showed up in the Rumble. Number 21 in the Women's Rumble. Came in. No one knew she was going to be there. Huge pop for Alexa Bliss. Came in, started beating up people. We also had Stephanie Vacour debut in the Rumble. We also had Julia debut in the Rumble. And Charlotte came back in the Rumble. Trish Stratus came back into the Rumble. We had Liv Morgan eliminated Alexa Bliss, which might be where they go with those two moving forward, which would be crazy. I would love to see a rivalry there. That would be awesome. We had Julia came up from NXT and eliminated Jordynne Grace, which is kind of upsetting because that might mean Jordynne Grace is going to NXT. But if Jordynne Grace goes to NXT and versus Julia, Roxanne Perez, and Stephanie Vacour, and then she's up to the main roster, I'm cool with that, because those are 3 matchups I want to see. And if you have the history down in NXT and then bring it up to WWE, it makes it even better. We had Roxanne Perez eliminate Bayley. We had Nia Jax eliminate Trish. And, I mean, we all knew the ending to the Women's Rumble. You know what I mean? It was going to be a Charlotte win, especially she came in at number 27. Like, she only had to wait 3 other people. Typical Charlotte thing. It is what it is. But it was a great Rumble regardless. I mean, the ending wasn't as good as the Men's Rumble, clearly. But it was still a good Rumble. Charlotte winning was expected. I had a feeling that she was going to win. But it is what it is. And then we only had 2 other matches on this card. It was DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team Champions. DIY took the first fall. Motor City Machine Guns took the second fall. And it was a really good match. And I didn't know who was going to win up until the ending, where the Street Profits came in and attacked the Motor City Machine Guns. Maybe turned heel, maybe didn't, depending on how you feel about the Street Profits. They attacked the Motor City Machine Guns. DIY pinned them. They retained their titles, but as soon as they rolled out the ring, Street Profits attacked DIY. DIY and Motor City Machine Guns left laying after the title match by the Street Profits. Street Profits going to be the new challengers for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And it looks like, and if it's me, if I'm booking it, I'm giving the Street Profits the titles at WrestleMania. I'm not giving them it at Elimination Chamber. I think DIY retains, and I think you do a triple threat ladder match at WrestleMania, a la the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Edge and Christian. You do it with DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. Ladder match for the WWE Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. That would be my dream for those. That would be great. And then the last thing on here that I'm going to talk about, because the only other thing on this card, was the WWE Undisputed Championship with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens in a ladder match. Now, this was the ladder match on tonight's card. They ended up brawling throughout the crowd. Cody smacked Kevin Owens in the face with a beer from a fan. They had the backdrop spot on the top of the ladder. Kevin Owens went through the ladder there. Kevin Owens did a brain buster from the top rope through a ladder onto the floor, and it looked brutal. And that wasn't even the most brutal part of this match. Like, it was like, ooh, that hurt my neck watching that. Both men were down. Officials came out. Sami Zayn came out after that spot. They ended up still going at each other on the outside. Kevin Owens was busted up, and they got on the announce table. Kevin Owens was going to attempt to do a brain buster through another ladder he set up on the outside off the announce table. Cody countered it into an Alabama slam through the ladder off the announce table. This allowed Cody to go into the ring, retrieve the titles, retain the titles. Cody Rhodes is still your WWE Undisputed Champion. But during this match, he got a little more unhinged. He got a little more crazy, especially the way Kevin Owens drove him that way. But Cody Rhodes is still your champ. There was a lot of things that happened in this Rumble. Alexa Bliss returned, Trish Stratus returned, Charlotte returned and won the Royal Rumble for the women. DIY retained their tag team titles, even though the Street Profits interfered and are looking like the new challengers. Cody Rhodes retained his titles against Kevin Owens in a hellacious ladder match. It was crazy. And Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso, won the Royal Rumble, has the right to challenge for whatever title he wants to at WrestleMania in the main event. Yeet for Jey Uso one more time. Yeet for Jey Uso. Let's go. That was Royal Rumble 2025. That was my thought and my review. Thank y'all for watching. I'm going to do it one more time. Yeet.